It's bedlam here in Cleveland. Curry blocked by James.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and in this installment of Versus, we're comparing the playoff matchups of future Hall of Famers LeBron James and Steph Curry.
Oh my goodness! Curry with another three! The Warriors have a 10-point lead!
It's not always the case that we as fans get to witness two of the best face off at the highest levels of competition as Curry and James have. We'll be giving a brief overview of the events leading up to both players going head-to-head in the playoffs. We won't be including any games from the play-in tournament, but we will examine individual achievements and the overall impact of their careers. Round 1, 2015 Finals. The 2014-2015 season saw LeBron James return to the Cleveland Cavaliers coming off a finals appearance with the Miami Heat.
San Antonio is back on top once again. The Spurs are the 2014 NBA champions.
Shortly after his return, the Cavaliers acquired Kevin Love, setting up a new big three along with James and Kyrie Irving. They made an immediate impact on the team as they skyrocketed to second in the Eastern Conference from 10th in the standings the year before.
James has learned how to set up Love, his deliveries for three-pointers becoming natural.
In the playoffs, the Cavaliers were able to make it through to the finals with relative ease, losing only a total of 4 games prior, including a sweep of the first-place Atlanta Hawks. Big changes were also made for the Warriors. Critically, they brought in former NBA player Steve Kerr as head coach, who was instrumental in reworking the Warriors' playing style to maximize Curry's and fellow Splash brother Klay Thompson's shooting abilities. The Warriors also climbed the standings, owning the league's best winning percentage. In the postseason, they were able to cruise to the finals with only 3 losses and dispatching the Houston Rockets in the Western Conference Finals. The first 3 games of the NBA Finals were extremely close, as Game 1 and 2 went to overtime with each team receiving a win.
Both teams just fighting tooth and nail.
15 seconds left. The Warriors are down by 2.
Curry off a screen, splits traffic down the lane, to the rim, layup good! We're tied!
The Cavaliers managed to take Game 3 by 5 points to secure a 2-1 series lead, and that's all they'd accomplish as the Warriors stormed back with a 21-point win in Game 4, and would take the remaining 2 games around 10 points.
Work harder than they do every night. Be able to get some wins. That's the recipe for success, and we finally figured it out tonight.
Despite James putting up huge numbers, it wasn't enough to stop the Warriors from winning its first championship in 40 years. This would mark Curry's first championship victory over the King and also his first point for this round. Winner Curry. James 0, Curry 1. Round 2, 2016 Finals. James and the Cavaliers would run it back in 2016. They would improve slightly in the standings, finishing first in the Eastern Conference.
Here we go. Final 5 seconds. Going to work. LeBron James. Hooks. Got it!
Notably, they had a coaching change when they fired David Blatt and replaced him with Tyronn Lue. James finished the season averaging 25.3 points, 6 rebounds, and 7.4 assists on 52% shooting. In the playoffs, the Cavaliers made it to the Eastern Conference Finals with little resistance, having swept both Detroit and Atlanta. In fact, the Raptors were the only team to give the Cavaliers any trouble, but they managed to close out the series in 6 games.
Believe it, Cleveland. The Cavaliers, for the second straight season, have punched their ticket to the NBA Finals.
You could say the Warriors had a good season, a great season, actually. The best season as they set the record for most regular season wins with 73.
Has driven you to this level of play?
Blessed to play this game and have great teammates to sit up with every single night. So I just try to keep getting better, keep pushing myself, and try not to have any kind of limit.
During that time, Curry made 402 three-pointers, beating his own record. He averaged 30.1 points and had a 50% field goal percentage, 45% three-pointer percentage, and 91% free throw percentage, becoming the 7th player to put up those numbers. Curry and the Warriors looked to waltz back to the finals, but ran into trouble against the Thunder in the Western Conference Final when they were down 3-1 in the series, but managed to pull off the comeback. It seemed inevitable the Warriors would steamroll the Cavaliers in the finals given their amazing regular season, and after the first 2 games it sure looked that way.
It takes your will.
Play for 3, got it!
Golden State, what an impressive performance. Shoot 54% from the field. And they'll take a 2-0 lead.
Even though Curry wasn't playing especially well, the Warriors were able to handedly defeat the Cavs. While they had a big Game 3 win and LeBron putting up 32 points, the Dubs managed a 3-1 series lead, but some way, somehow, the Cavs tied the series with 2 huge games from James putting up 41 points in Games 5 and 6.
James finishing touches on a magnificent performance. 41 in back-to-back finals games.
And we will have a Game 7 in Oakland.
Game 7 is perhaps best known for James's chase-down block against Andre Iguodala and Kyrie Irving's three-pointer over Curry. With that, LeBron and co. complete the comeback to claim Cleveland's first championship in 52 years and give James the point for this round. Winner, James. James won, Curry won.
Cleveland! This is for you!
Congratulations, you're the first team in the history of the NBA to come back from a 3-1 deficit.
Round 3, 2017 Finals. Fresh off their championship victory, the Cavs started off strong, but towards the latter part of the season, they struggled quite a bit.
The fact that they're, at this point in the season, they're having the dreaded, stereotypical players-only meeting, that's a bad sign. It's a bad sign.
Good. I'm glad you come around.
They went 10-14 over their last 24 games, including losing their final 4 games. James was as consistent as he's been over the last few seasons, averaging 26.4 points, 8.6 rebounds, and 8.7 assists.
LeBron James says, I'll take that if you don't mind.
Good defense by LeBron.
Going to work coast to coast as he scored it.
On their way to the finals, the Cavs had only 1 loss, and James had some monster performances, such as scoring 41 points against the Pacers in the first round. He also passed Michael Jordan as the all-time leading scorer in the playoffs during the Eastern Conference Finals against Boston.
He scored 35 on 13 of 18 shooting, and Cleveland clinched a spot and a date with the Golden State Warriors.
The Warriors perhaps made their biggest acquisition when they signed Kevin Durant, creating a new super team along with Curry, Thompson, and Green.
It's a lot of attention that comes with being in this position, and I knew that. And when I met these guys, I felt as comfortable as I ever felt.
Although this Warriors team didn't come close to their previous season's success, they still finished at the top of the standings. Curry managed to set a record number of three-pointers in a single game with 13.
He knows where he is. As Curry hit another 3 for the record.
His numbers dipped a little bit, but still managed to average 25.3 points, 6.6 assists, and 4.5 rebounds. En route to the finals, the Dubs were a perfect 12-0, managing to sweep Portland, Utah, and San Antonio.
Curry fouled, counted, and won.
With the addition of KD, the Warriors were just too much for the Cavs to handle, even though James put up some impressive numbers, including several 30-plus point games.
Irving finds James. James open for 3. Got it! 35 for James.
Curry, for his part, didn't need to be as high-scoring as Durant handled most of the load. Still, Curry managed to hit some big shots, and in the end, the Warriors managed to defeat LeBron and the Cavs in 5 games. Score another point for Curry. Winner, Curry. James 1, Curry 2.
Here's Curry, a floater from 14. He buries it. Warriors making a statement. They're not going anywhere.
Round 4, 2018 Finals. The 2017-2018 season brought many changes for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving was sent to the Boston Celtics and made a huge multiplayer trade at the trade deadline that shook up their roster.
What Kobe Altman wanted to get done today was to get younger, more athletic, better defensively, and the term that I heard from Cleveland today was, we need a culture reset.
The Cavs dropped a bit in the standings, finishing 4th in the Eastern Conference, but James had some massive games, including notching 57 points against the Wizards. Overall, he finished with averaging 27.5 points, 8.6 rebounds, 9.2 assists. Despite having a weaker team, the Cavs breezed through to the conference finals, including a sweep of the first-place Raptors.
Throws up the floater. God bless! Good night, Cleveland! That is for you!
They had a tougher game against the Celtics and needed 7 games to dispatch them, with James putting up several 40-plus points performances. The Warriors maintained the same core as the previous season with Durant, Thompson, Green, and Curry.
The outlet pass, and there's not a dribble here. And you're going at full speed.
Their production dipped a little bit as the team dealt with several injuries, but still managed to place 2nd in the Western Conference. Curry had some big performances, including a 49-point night against the Celtics.
Curry for 3. Bang!
However, he sprained his MCL and would miss 6 weeks of action, only returning in the second round of the playoffs. Still, the Warriors didn't run into trouble in the postseason until the conference finals against the Rockets. Curry came up huge in Game 6 and 7 to send the Dubs to their 4th straight finals appearance to take on a familiar face.
Golden State Warriors are on their way to a 4th consecutive NBA final. This crowd is stunned.
Those expecting a hard-fought series, much like in 2016, were sorely disappointed.
They're starting to celebrate now at Oracle Arena.
The closest Cleveland came to challenging the champs was in Game 1. Possibly one of the greatest memeable moments is LeBron James' frustration with J.R. Smith, who forgot the game's score and could have put the Cavs up in the series.
Watch James. Now wanted a timeout, but too late to get it.
They would go on to lose in overtime. Despite James putting up some serious numbers, including 51 points in the Game 1 loss, it wasn't enough to stop the Warriors from sweeping the Cavs to repeat as champs. Even though Curry had a poor Game 3, he set a record in Game 2 for 9 3-pointers in a final series, and had 37 points in Game 4, and with that, another point for this round. Winner Curry. James 1, Curry 3.
Back, baby.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Round 5, Career Performance. It's no secret that James is a once-in-a-lifetime talent. Huge expectations have been placed on him since he was in high school. He was drafted first overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers and made an immediate impact upon entering the NBA. Although he didn't win his first championship until he joined forces with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami, there's no denying his greatness.
James, catch, fire, ball game! He did it! LeBron James!
He's won 4 NBA championships, 4 Finals MVP, and has made 8 straight Finals appearances. He's been league MVP multiple times, multiple All-Star appearances, multiple All-NBA teams. In international basketball, he's won 2 Olympic gold medals. On February 7th, 2023, he became the all-time leading scorer with 38,388 points to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
LeBron James, a shot at history. And there it is! LeBron stands alone!
Frankly, we could create a whole video for his accomplishments alone. When Curry was drafted 7th overall by Golden State back in 2009, not many people would have put him on the same level as James. Most probably would have thought he's a good outside shooter and left it at that. Curry has shown time and time again that he's so much more than perimeter shooting. He has the same amount of championships as James, and 3 of them have come at the expense of his rival. Curry and the Warriors' style of play has no doubt changed the nature of the game, helping proliferate the 3-ball. He's a 2-time league MVP while also being the first unanimous MVP selection in 2016. In December 2021, he became the all-time leading in made 3-pointers, passing Ray Allen with 2,974.
Here's Curry for the record. It's good! There it is!
In the first round of the 2023 NBA playoffs, he set a record for most points in a Game 7 with 50 against the Sacramento Kings. Incredibly, he only made 7 3-pointers, with the majority of his points coming from inside the paint.
He was chasing that 50 ball.
I mean,
look at him. Treat him like home.
Come on.
That's 4 players.
Steph Curry, 50 points in a Game 7, the most ever.
It should come as no surprise that LeBron takes this round, as very few players can manage what he's done or match his longevity. Curry has shown that he's no slouch and can stand tall with the best of the game. Winner, James. James 2, Curry 3.
If Steph Curry beats LeBron in this series, and dare I say, wins his 5th NBA championship, we might have to remove LeBron James off of Mount Rushmore and put Steph Curry on it.
Both were part of the NBA's 75th anniversary team, and much of their rivalry has played out on the biggest stage, the NBA Finals. At the end of the day, basketball is a team sport, and when everything's on the line, Curry has been able to come out on top more often than James when they go head-to-head. As the Lakers and Warriors face off in the 2023 playoffs, history would suggest that the Curry-led team will emerge the victor.
Curry fires away a 3. It's good!
But perhaps this will be the year James bucks the trend and prevails. Both have shown they can lead their respective teams to victory even when it looks like they're down and out.
Curry, some nifty dribbling, but a block by LeBron. What a play by LeBron James.
Regardless of who you think the better player is, we're just excited to see how the next chapter unfolds between these two greats.
This series against the Lakers is going to be epic. You got Steph, you got Bron doing it all over again.
If you like this video, let us know in the comments if you want to see another video comparing Steph's and LeBron's overall careers. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.